we ready? Unconcerned by the situation, Benjamin watched a line of ants marching to and from the anthill. It seemed like such an ordinary thing to do that the whole rest of the family watched them for a while too. Eventually, Alex looked away. "Is anyone else hungry?" he asked. "You're hungry?" his mother asked him. She was incredulous. "How could you be hungry?" "Well, actually, I'm not sure," Alex said. "I might throw up instead." "I kind of feel the same way," Natalie said. "Maybe we have motion sickness from the earthquake." Mary laughed, but then quickly shook her head. After a few minutes passed and nobody spoke, Benjamin eventually lost interest in the ants, and then he started digging in the dirt with a stick. It seemed like they'd been waiting an awfully long time when Bill finally reappeared at the corner and made his way back to the group. "Okay, folks," he said as he rejoined the group. "I think I know what happened." He held out a newspaper and everyone crowded around to look at it. "I found this in the trash can up on C Street." 1869, Alex exclaimed when he saw the date on the upper right-hand corner. "What the heck?" "Yeah," Bill said, "I had the same reaction, but it might help you to know that this has happened to me once before, except that I was by myself that time and it was a quick trip." "Trip? Trip to where?" asked Natalie. "I'm going to tell you exactly what happened," Bill said, "even though I know how it's going to sound. Please keep an open mind, because what I'm going to tell you is the truth as best I know it." He paused and then said, "Do you remember when I told you about the earthquake we had last May while I was in the mine? Well, what I didn't tell you is that I time slipped during that earthquake, and when I came out of the mine, it was the year 1868. "You what?" Natalie asked. "But you were in the mine this afternoon when we got there," Alex said, interrupting his sister. "How did you get back?" "I got lucky is what I did," Bill answered. "I didn't know what to do, so I hung around the mine. My watch had stopped, so I'm not sure how long I was there, but I'm sure it was less than an hour." He held out his arm to show them the digital watch he was wearing. "See, it stopped again, just like last time." He took the watch off and put it in his pocket. "The last time this happened, there was a strong earthquake about an hour later, and I was still in the mine. So I ran back to the same place, and when I went back outside, I was back in my own time again, and my watch was working again. It seemed like the time stood still until I came back. I couldn't make sense of it. To be honest, after a few days went by, I decided I must have dreamed the whole thing. That is, until it happened again this afternoon." Nobody said anything, so he continued, "I'm pretty sure there's some kind of a wormhole in the Collar Mine that lets us travel through the space-time continuum. We didn't move through space because we're still in Virginia City, but it's pretty clear we've traveled through time. It's the 4th of July here, too, but the year is 1869. "So you're saying we just traveled through time to 1869 through a wormhole?" Thomas asked. "Yes, exactly," Bill said. "I believe we traveled through the time portion of the space-time continuum." Natalie decided this would be a good time to sit down on one of the big rocks near her mother. She took off her hat and hiked up her skirt so she could put her head between her knees. Dirt from the brim of her hat slid off and landed at her feet. Seeing this, the rest of the family took a minute to brush off the dirt that was still on their hats and shoulders. "Okay," Tommy said after having taken time to think while he was brushing off his hat. "I understand what you're saying, even though I don't understand how it happened. But if our time is on the other side of a wormhole doorway thingy, how do we go through it the other way back to our own time?" "I'm pretty sure we just stepped through the opening during an earthquake." Mary spoke next. "So there's a wormhole that starts at the Collar Mine and ends up in a different time?" "Right," Bill said. "That's what I think. Except I think the wormhole is usually closed off. I think the earthquake opened it up, like a hatch or something." "Like a portal," Alex said. He was still expecting to wake up, but he figured he could be helpful while he waited for that to happen. "Yes, a portal," Bill replied. "On the other side of the portal is our time. On this side of the portal, it's 1869.